Hello again. Even before the war began in Ukraine, it seemed very odd that we were buying electricity from France, coal from Kazakhstan, gas from the Middle East, and wood chips from America and Lithuania to burn in our power stations. Buying gas in the Middle East and then transporting it to this country in giant tankers when we have almost unlimited quantities of natural gas in the North Sea and also gas ready to be extracted from rocks on the British mainland is a bit weird. Buying wood to burn in power stations instead of digging up our own coal and burning that. And rather than growing enough wheat, we've been importing wheat and corn from Ukraine to feed animals in this country. This means that if the supply is cut off, then the cost of meat and eggs in Britain go up. There's two main problems here. The first is that the present government has decided that it is immoral to mine coal or drill for gas or oil. If we buy it from other countries, though, we can keep our own hands clean. This means that we can still pretend that we can generate all our electricity from renewable sources such as windmills and solar panels, thus averting climate change. It's not true that by buying the stuff abroad rather than excavating it ourselves, the effect of what we're doing can all be transferred somewhere where we can't see them. The second problem, and this is a really big problem, is that we have all been persuaded that we live in a global community and that this means free trade and everybody relying upon everybody else and buying and selling internationally, which is good for the whole world. That's fine as long as we are all getting on well with each other. But when things go wrong, as they have done lately, we soon see how quickly this can make life difficult for us. In the days when we just had our own coal mines and took oil and gas out of the ground ourselves, none of this mattered so much. It matters now, though, when things get tricky abroad. If we had been building nuclear power stations and fracking, then we would not be in quite such a pickle. Why aren't we doing these things? Well, because Russia has over the last few years been pouring money into environmental groups opposed to fracking, just as decades ago they financed campaigns against nuclear energy. That's one of the reasons we're in serious difficulties now. This is what happens when Britain adopts a globalist rather than a national perspective. It's time to stop pretending that all the other countries in the world are our friends and to start planning for the future on the assumption that we might have to rely solely on our own efforts and resources in the future. If we don't, then things are likely to get a damn sight worse over the coming years.